established both phases, so we were kind of keeping the defense on their toes, and they didn't know what was coming next, so it feels good.
What does a win like this mean for you guys coming off the bye and sort of to start the second half of the season?
Yeah, the Chargers were a great team. Obviously, they showcased themselves today in a plethora of different ways, and it feels good to walk out of here with a win. It was a crazy environment. SoFi Stadium was pretty cool. Getting to experience that for the first time, so it feels good.
You sort of cherish the opportunity to have the ball in your hands to kind of set up the game for a little bit.
Yeah, it feels good. Having the trust of Jared and the coaches. Coach Dan going for it on fourth down. Holy cow! Gutsy decision, and worked out for us. Great win.
Did you expect him to go for it? Like when you're looking
we go for it quite frequently on fourth down, as much as any offense I've ever been a part of. So, like I said, it just showcases how much trust he has in us.
And how unstoppable does the offense feel when you're running the ball the way you did in the first half? We know what Jared can do. We know what this passing game can do. And everything is clicking like it was today. Just what does this offense feel?
Yeah, it's certainly frustrating when, you see like a 3 and out, or, you get on the other side of the 50 and then you punt and we stall out. It's like, dang, we're capable. We have enough guys to push it forward and, convert those big downs. The third down certainly could have been better today. Luckily, we came up big on some fourth down plays.
Every drive it's its own, regardless of what the defense is doing. I think that's the mindset that we got to keep, is that it's always on us. The focus is on us. We can't think about what the defense is doing because they got their own game plan. We just got to lock in on ours and execute each and every play.
Once again, you had that balance going. That running game clicked, and that certainly seemed to help the passing game as well. What is that complementary football when you have it mean?
It's been great. There's that type of style is us. We try to. It just opens up so many different things for so many different guys. Just like you saw today, Saint doing his thing, Leaf, and then you got the 2 running backs. So it just helps the whole offense as a whole for everybody to just do their job correctly.
Final one for me, just a win like this and just to grind it out and find a way to get it done. What's that do for a team's confidence?
Oh, I think it boosts it a lot. It kind of just solidifies what we kind of already know a little bit. But there's still a lot of work to do. We got to go clean up the tape. But it's a good one. We're going to enjoy this for the next 24. And then next week, it's on to Chicago. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Dropping 45 points on that defense. That's a defensive line with Bosa and Mack. You're sitting here after going against those guys for 60 minutes. How rewarding does that feel going against a defense like that with that star power?
Man, it feels good, and much respect to them. There's some really great players on that end, and it just feels good, just like you said. To run the ball also, because if you're in 2 minutes all the time and you're always dropping back, it's a little different game, and you're kind of playing in their field a little bit. So it just feels good to get this one.
Is an offensive lineman like a game like this?
I like any game, but this one was pretty fun, not gonna lie, because my whole mindset, every time they scored, I was like, man, I get to go back out there. Like, that's all it is. Like, I get to go out there, put some good tape on, play for my brothers, and just go from there. So, thank you.
Demo, that was a wild one. Just back and forth, not much separating these two teams. What was just your mindset going out there trying to figure out a way to get this?
Is this okay?
First, Yahweh was really doing what he does best. Just being a head of protection over me and my team. That's what I prayed for before the game. But it was definitely a shootout. It was fun. One of the funner shootouts I've been a part of. It was a great team win.
What makes a game like that fun? Are you going out there feeling like every possession you've got to score because that's the way the game's shaping up?
It just challenge to, when they score and then put the ball back in our hands, it goes to see how good we are. Can we accept the challenge and capitalize, or we're going to fold? And you can kind of see what kind of team we are, what kind of offense we have, too.
What did it mean to be back out there with your teammates?
Beautiful. I've been down for 4 weeks now, and took a lot of self-reflecting on myself to see where I was, and allowed me to get closer to Yahweh and allowed me to understand what my purpose was more. So just be able to come back and be around the guys when I've been away for so long. You have some grace and some humility about how you approach it, because you see the guys playing hard, getting everything they got, and you at home on the couch. So, I'm just blessed to be back, really.
75-yard run. Talk me through it.
It was a good run. I think there wouldn't have been anything without the O-line and the wide receivers, but definitely, I want to highlight J-Mo. That's the second time this year where I've had a long run, and J-Mo's been there to lead the way. that take a lot of humility too for him to be who he is, and knowing he a playmaker for him to, be able to run and go block for me, and it also shows how fast he is too, because I was running as fast as I was and he was jogging, and he still managed to be faster than me. So I'm a little hurt about that, but I'll just suppress those feelings later.
When it went to replay and you looked up and saw that one up there, did you feel good about it or were you a little worried? It was close.
Yeah, it was close. I started praying to Yahweh again. But luckily it worked out, and, he answered my prayer. So, yeah.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, what about the establishment of the run? I mean, out of the gate, you guys, even on a 4th and 5 early, you guys ran it to convert it. Did you guys see something that they were doing schematically, or you just felt you had a good game plan that would work against what they did?
I think it's never really about who's across from us. I think it's always about how we see ourselves. Dan and Ben, ballsy play callers. And you got to have some appreciation for that, And for them to put the ball in my hand and trust me to go get it, it shows what that means, or what I mean for that exact position for us. But for Dan to call that play and Ben to call that play and for us to convert, it meant a lot. So I hope we keep doing it for the rest of the year.
And Dan was just talking about today, you really saw the 1-2 combination as they envisioned out of the backfield. From your perspective, how do you think that unfolded?
Yeah, I think it's great. It took Ja a little bit to come along, but, as everybody can see, the world can see, he's come along. And I told him when I got back, I'm following his lead, so, it's a beautiful thing to have two guys being able to perform at a high level, but it also brings some competition, too, for me and Ja to let me know, all right, let me step it up a little bit, because, he going crazy, and he'll say the same thing back for me. So it's super, super dope to have that.
What was your thoughts as you watched them go out there knowing they had that final possession and a chance to win this game?
I honestly didn't even know that last play was 4th down. I was kind of tuned out. I was just kind of detaching from the whole thing. But, man, they did what they had to do, man, and they did it at the right time. Sam catching a great 4th down ball, and Riley, putting the finishing touches on it.
Credit to them. They played a heck of a game. They scored in their final 5 possessions. What did you see as the biggest problem they were presenting today?
I don't know. It was just like we were getting dicked and dunked, and a little bit that quick game, and then they go tempo, and then it's just we got to get them behind the sticks on 1st down.
Game like that, though, you're in the locker room, you got to win. Just find a way to win and get better. I mean, that's the name of this league, right?
That's right, man. Sometimes they're ugly. Sometimes it'll be a defensive battle. Sometimes it'll be a shootout. But just know, we're always going to come back for that next week, and we're going to come back firing, and we're going to get this stuff right.
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate you.
Aidan, with all the injuries to the secondary, what can you guys do up front a little bit to make up for it, or do you take any more responsibility to kind of get things going on defense?
We've had some injuries, so I think everyone just got to step up that's in the game.
And what were you able to do just today in general to get some more pressure? I mean, Herbert was kind of eluding you quite a few times today, but what was it that he was doing in particular, and what were you able to do kind of to get those pressures anyway?
Man, we got to do a better job of closing the pocket, condensing the pocket, and when we do condense it, we did it on 1 3rd down, and he ended up just making a great play, and we got to be better, just all around on our defensive line, just crushing that pocket, and every quarterback's mobile these days, so it's like you got to find a way, man, and I think the biggest thing is just crushing that pocket is what we got to do a better job of, I think.
First time playing Justin Herbert, just what were your takeaways from his game? What stood out to you?
Yeah, the guy's a baller, man. He threw one, I hit him going out of bounds, threw one from the sideline. I thought he held it, the ball. I didn't even know he threw it. And then he got up, he's like, let's freaking go. I was like, he complete that thing? I was like, what the hell? But no, he's a baller, man. There's a reason he's one of the best in the game.
The defense gets back in here, 41-38, 7 of 8 combined on 4th downs. What's the feeling? You got the win.
What?
You're 7-2, but there's that many points on the board, obviously, and they're just scoring at will. It seems like in the second half. What is the feeling? Where does your thoughts go?
It's just tough, man. I feel like with us, when it rains, it pours, you know, and it's like we'll have 1 week where we'll just be a shutdown defense, and the next week it's just we're letting up 38, whatever it was. So just being consistent in being consistent in our preparations, you know, and not leaving any stones unturned. And yeah, it's hard. It's hard to kind of analyze it, because it's like we show these flashes of just being so elite, and then, you know, some games it's just we don't show it. But that's, you know, sometimes that happens in the league.